Fox News contributor Jonathan Turley on the breaking news. As we learn more details, Jonathan, I want to get your thoughts and reaction to this. We're not going to put it up on the screen, the TikTok reveal, but according to the newly filed affidavit obtained by Fox News Digital, this person, Tyler Avalos, posted an image of Bondi with a red sniper scope dot on her forehead, and the caption reads, "Wanted, Pam Bondi, reward $45,000, dead or alive," in parentheses, preferably dead. Your reaction to this, Jonathan?
Well, Sandra, this is exactly what you and I and others have been talking about for weeks as this violent rhetoric increases, particularly from Democratic leaders and others. You just had a Howard University journalism professor asking, what are you prepared to burn down, and telling people that they should follow the image of John Brown, who massacred people. That's the level of rhetoric that many of these individuals are reading in their little siloed echo chambers. And a certain percentage of them will be triggered. And the concern here is that you're not going to always have someone like this that goes to TikTok and tries to hire an assassin. You're going to have people like the person who killed Charlie Kirk, who's just going to do it themselves. And this brings us back to this rage rhetoric. You have politicians around the country trying to ride this wave of rage back into power. And it's going to get someone killed. And I'm not too sure how many times many of us have to object to this, how many attempted assassinations have to occur before these leaders develop a modicum of concern and restraint.
You know, Jonathan, beneath the photo, according to the affidavit, this suspect allegedly wrote, "Cough, cough, when they don't serve us, then what?" This post was flagged by another TikTok user, we are told, in Detroit, and that triggered the federal probe that led agents to his apartment building where they arrested him. Well, thank goodness for that TikTok viewer who flagged this. You're saying, well, there could be more of these out there that are not public on TikTok happening, but TikTok is a vast atmosphere as well, where it would be hard for the FBI to be finding every single instance of this. They really do rely on those that see something to say something.
That's right, Sandra. Thank God we had this concerned individual. These companies did assist the government. They made fast work of this. The ones that are really keep us up at night are those lone wolves who are not going to be advertising. They're just going to be killing someone. And it gets us back to what's fueling this and all of this rhetoric, the violent, reckless rhetoric that's coming from many on the left, and calling ICE agents Nazis, Gestapo. And it's gotten out of hand. Now, this guy's looking at a very sizable sentence. Even without a demand for a ransom, for example, you're still looking at about 5 years under this statute. And it looks like the evidence here is pretty darn strong for the government.
I'm reading through a lot more here, and you know, they were able to tie together a lot of his records from his online presence. TikTok, Google, Comcast allegedly tied this account to this person who agents have now said has a lengthy stalking and domestic violence history. Born in 1995, records show that he has a history of violent offenses, as David indicated, in 2 states, Minnesota and Florida. 3 years ago, he was convicted of felony stalking in Minnesota after repeatedly contacting and harassing a victim in violation of state law. Before that, in 2016, shows that he was convicted of 3rd-degree felony domestic battery in Florida, stemming from an assault on a household or family member. Jonathan, I wonder when they get down to it, whether they realize this is another case of somebody who should have never been able to be freely writing anything on the internet or walking the streets, for that matter.
Right. The thing that worries law enforcement the most are people like this. This is not ideation or some fantasy given his record. This is someone who's already sort of untethered himself from society. He's committed violence or threats according to these charges. Those are the individuals who are most likely to take actual steps, not just trolling, but actually follow through with something like this. And we see a lot of this coming from the anarchist population, a lot of Antifa people These are people who have already, pledged that they want to bring down the government and bring down all government in a sort of an anarchy philosophy.
I mean, just reading through the more of the details here, as we just learned of this in the last hour or so, the agents, through some obviously very good work, were able to trace the online alias for this person through a Google-linked Samsung device, IP logs and subscriber data, ultimately locating him and confirming his name on his apartment mailbox, which eventually led to his arrest. They found anarchist symbols. They found on his profile, he brandished a link to an anti-anarchist FAQ book, all according to the court filings. Quick final thought from you, Jonathan, before we go.
Well, I think that we have to, first of all, praise those who have found this individual, but we all have to come together, Democrats and Republicans, and tell many of these politicians who are radicalizing more and more individuals, fueling this rage, that it's got to stop, that we can be divided, we can disagree, but there's got to be some limit. And they have to realize there's a percentage of people out there like this one who are waiting for the license to take this into their own hands, to commit acts of the most heinous quality. The rhetoric has got to stop.
Got it. Jonathan Turley, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.